everybody. Welcome back to the Rabbit Trails podcast. We are back in the studio for another very special episode, 112, I believe. Jordan, how you doing tonight?
Hey, I'm doing well. Let's keep this moving.
Chris?
You got to add more context to that. How are you really doing, Jordan?
I'm still getting everything set up here. It was this is all
hectic day.
On the fly. Yep, very
Fair
hectic day, and it's great to be back in the 338. I will say.
You almost forgot what we are
that
for
Florida?
a second there.
The 338.
Yeah.
No, it's actually a coordinate for a small ship off of the Cayman Islands.
Nice. What is Florida's area code?
I don't
303?
actually. I couldn't even tell you.
No, what is Pitbull, Miami?
Oh,
305.
It's 305.
Yeah, 305.
Yeah, there you go.
Close.
Sorry about it.
I mean, there's only one number
It's
right now.
305.
Yeah, that's good stuff, though.
Yeah.
What is that song? Oh, dang it.
No, we're not going to start singing Pitbull songs.
I mean, come on now.
Come on now.
Give me the green light.
I'm ready to go.
That's Lunch Money Lewis, though. That's singing. That doesn't count. We're not going to sing the rap in that song.
Produced
By
Pitbull.
by one of Pitbull's producers. All right. Well, welcome into the studio, everybody. My name is Christopher. Jordan alongside my co-host Randall and Jordan here. We haven't actually formally introduced ourselves for a while, so I figured I'd do that. Thank you to everyone who ran up the orders last week on the buy one get one. And if you missed out, I'm sorry. That's your own fault. I mean,
my dude.
You had your chance, you had your opportunity, and something that will never come back for
never.
at least a few weeks was missed out on. So
It was such a good promotion. We had to pay you.
Oh, pretty much.
I mean, either way. I hope you enjoy your free teas, everybody who took advantage of the possibility there. So thank
Twisted
you
teas?
for everyone who put their orders in. We appreciate it. Man, I don't know. It was a hectic week since the last time we recorded.
Yeah, we were chatting a little bit pre-pod. It's been just a hectic week.
It has been. It's I feel like I've done so much, but nothing that's substantial. You know, it's been a lot of work. I've gone to different places.
A lot of spinning your wheels.
Yeah, and I don't know. It's just crazy. It's crazy that we are entering spring. Daylight savings. My clock in my brain is a little bit screwed up.
Daylight savings hit like a son of a gun, didn't it?
Yeah, especially when you have to get up at 6 a.m. to go lead worship at church. It's
you know what,
goodness gracious.
That's a blessing, though. You get the opportunity.
Oh, it is a huge blessing, and I am forever grateful for it.
Did you think of it that way?
Well, not exactly in the moment. I'm on my way there, and I'm really struggling to come to grips with the fact that this is worth it because I'm just so tired.
What does your pregame look like for your worship?
Pregame, usually about 2 cups of throat coat, which is a tea, by the way.
I got you, yeah.
Yeah, it's something that I don't feel like I need every time, but especially when it's colder out, it's really nice. So usually go through about...
It was a chilly morning, too. Snow flying.
It was
Felt
unbelievably
like middle
cold.
of December, man. I was looking for Santa Claus.
Cold. Yeah, and considering when this is going out, I'm going to be in the Bahamas.
Yeah,
so
screw you, bud.
Shoot, I'm looking forward to that and getting.
I'm actually happy for you. I mean, you haven't got an opportunity to get away this. Wait, nope. You've been away a lot.
Yeah,
but you don't get to travel a lot and go to a lot of new. Nope, that's not you either.
I think what
you really grind it out and you. Nope, that's not you.
Wait,
sorry, I'm trying to compliment him here.
Can we get one thing to go good for me?
I'm just gonna say massive middle finger, but I love you.
Okay. You're going somewhere too, not before too long with your wife, aren't you?
Me?
Yeah, and also I'm going to interrupt you and say, Jordan, can you also move that piece of production equipment so I can see Randall's face here for the rest of the episode?
I kind of liked it.
If you could just put that straight down, that'd be okay. There we go.
Right there.
That's perfect. There we go. Now we can continue the episode. So, Jordan, are you not going somewhere with your wife here before too long?
It's going to be a little bit yet, but we are going to the Dominican.
The DRC?
Yes, sir.
Dominican Republic
of the Congo?
No, I've been right on the outskirts of that place.
Okay.
Actually, the very first time I ever heard physical war in process.
Trying to become a stat?
Yep. He is.
Undocumented illegal immigrant.
Whoa.
Killed.
Can't say that.
Oh, just said it.
Dang it, we're getting shut out.
I just said it. Actually, the first time I've ever have been near a physical war.
Wow.
There was some fighting. I was in Uganda, and the Dominican Republic of the Congo is just right next. I think it's to the northwest.
I'm going to shake my head in agreement, but I have no way to prove you wrong.
Yeah.
It's somewhere in the area.
Just a quick Google search. But yeah, we were right near the border, and we actually heard the gangs fighting against the, the
locals?
DRC's military, which I guess is maybe like 3 good old boys and some other people. But it was an actual physical war with different massive machine guns and heavy artillery. It was kind of freaky.
I imagine it pretty freaky. Yeah, we actually have a friend in our church. He actually just is in Africa currently right now, and his family, he went over just by himself this time. His family spent a lot of time over there in missions. As probably a couple of his kids have spent more time in Africa. They're like 12 years old. They've lived in Africa more than they lived in the States. He just went back over to help with some projects that they were in the middle of when they left, and they just requested prayer for his safety because it's very, very.
So
it's not like war torn, but like it's very just like transportation flights. They're very unsure of everything. Like it's very sporadic. A lot of carjackings. A lot of and like if you're white, you're automatically considered a higher target for that kind of stuff
because you have money.
Yeah, well, people think so. Yeah, so it's like, and where he is, he's way back in the bush with villages and running what he does, and it was just keep in your prayers.
Yeah, absolutely. And as far as I know about
C's and P's,
terrorism and gangs and some of that, it's like if they can Chris, control.
Tell me what you know.
Here's what I know, and it's what I've been told. So I didn't even know it beforehand, but if you can control the transportation in your area,
correct,
you have the control. Period. So that's the main thing, and so that's why you hear about buses, that get hijacked, and just
airports,
full airports getting hijacked. It's
roads,
like that's
bridges,
the target.
Bridges are huge.
What?
Oh yeah,
what?
All those places, like trains, railroads. Oh my goodness,
trains, planes, and automobiles. That's how they run the world.
Come on, man.
If you take down the grid, take down electricity. Maybe not so much in Africa, in the U.S. If you take down electricity,
pulsar. it's my biggest fear.
Yeah. Pixar.
Yes, Pixar. No,
like the little lamp guy?
Exploding. So there's this case. I forget what it's called, but basically it's a real scenario. Like there's a high percent chance that this happens, but basically it's a star that explodes and creates an electrical shockwave, like a pulsar, that wipes out every computer chip and electrical function.
Nice.
In the world, and we essentially get dropped without warning. Into about the 1920s era, back to 1920s. So we're basically like 100-year delete, and planes drop from the skies, cars stop moving.
The Great Reset.
Like it's a very realistic possibility. I'm not out there to breathe fear, but I listened to about a 80-hour book series on the possibilities of it happening. It was very eye-opening.
In our lifetime, or just like any time?
No, this is just like a possibility to happen.
So
anytime.
This is a physical force outside of the.
It's just a random. It's kind of like a random act that scientifically there are stars big enough that if they explode, they could create a charge that. Yeah,
but anytime this could have happened for the past 2,000 years, is what you're saying.
100%.
Well, see,
it's happened in little ways in outer space that they have registered, but nothing big enough to reach the Earth.
What's fascinating is like if you think about like the pyramids, I think
about them all the time.
How did they build the pyramids?
We should get an expert on to talk about that. That's fascinating.
Yeah, with little machinery, like little equipment. I mean, I don't believe that the Earth is millions of years old, but if you like start looking at things,
so you're a hundreds of millions year old guy?
No, not even that.
What about just the millions in general?
If you start looking, I mean,
what about hundreds of thousands?
What kind of technology did they have?
They didn't have any.
They did not just have the wheel and a bunch of donkeys. I can assure you that.
They had people.
They had them too. But so one of the things, there is a cave that was drilled through, I think it was one of the mines close to one of the pyramids. And I guess the vaulted area that they drilled through is pure granite.
Wow.
And like...
Bet they didn't take that for granted.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Gets a 10 out of 10 in my book.
Oh, that was miserable.
You're welcome. I'm just trying to,
Yeah, I guess I was listening to a show and they were trying to figure out how these old people from this time, long time ago, drilled through that, and without any modern equipment. Because what they were saying is if you were to take modern equipment and try to drill through that, they put a time frame on it of like half an inch per, I think it was like per 3-4 months or something. I mean, so it would take
like trying to drill through. Have you tried to drill through stainless steel?
Yeah.
That stuff is
So how they did that without any equipment?
Man. How does this relate to stars pulsating and knocking off the grid?
Well, it started with that, and then went into machines and like how some.
We'd have to start over from nothing.
Exactly.
Interesting. What would be the worst ramifications of that, though? Like, truthfully,
people would die.
I mean, thousands of people would die.
Well, a lot of people would die,
and then thousands more would die just because they don't know how to live, and then it'd become a very chaotic looting, rioting, killing, murdering to survive, stealing food. They're coming for the farmers because farmers know how to live.
Yeah, I was going to say
country boys can survive.
Literally anyone in the city is constantly dependent
on me
on a grocery store.
Oh, so you think about this because you're a farmer?
Oh yeah.
Now, would the 338 be covered with produce?
No.
Dang it.
No, I got you, boys.
What are we doing this podcast for then? But okay, what would be what are you doing?
We're really at a down note here. I don't know if this is really where we want to go with Rap Trail. It's kind of depressing. I'm sorry.
We don't have to go here. It's just
sorry.
I've never heard this discussion before. Some kind of fascinating.
Well, it's like it's a real possibility. Huh. It's like everybody thinks they're just going to live a long life and die. Well, yeah, probably, but like there's also possibilities of other things happening.
I like to wake up and know, like have the real thought come across my head, like
amount of fear.
Well, like no, I like to wake up and like truly think that what if this is my last day? I feel like that's kind of healthy in a small way, like where you're like, okay, let me live these moments to the fullest.
And I just don't want to be naive.
Yeah,
to like
true. Okay.
To what could happen.
Like you want to keep an open mind.
Yeah,
fair enough.
There should be a healthy balance of having a prepper mindset and also, I mean, not living in fear.
So, what do we think? Would we rather have that happen, or are you guys like apocalypse people?
No,
dude, I would freaking thrive in an apocalypse.
I know, and I would go to Randall's house. Like, I would straight up go to Randall's house.
Like this star thing happens, dude. I'm thriving. Like I am King Kong.
Oh, so you kind of want it to happen,
low key, kind of okay with it.
Okay.
Because essentially, like I thought about it. Like I thought through scenarios. I'm like, a lot of my life changes, but like. Realistically, a lot.
Like, you step out of your house. Oh, the grid went down.
All right. It's another Tuesday.
So we would lose all of our rabbit trails history.
Dang it.
Yeah, that is a problem.
Now I'm frustrated.
Now I'm mad.
This is not okay.
Now you're invested.
Golly, we can't have this happen.
Can't have it happen.
So along these same lines, I just saw...
Here, should I show the people the books if they want to listen to this theory?
Sure. You can if you want to. That way you have a little bit of a
free
background to it.
Yeah, look. Continue on. I'll find the books here for you.
Well, what I was about to say, and I don't know if you heard this, Randall, but our great friends to the east, the city of Pittsburgh, actually announced that they will not be responding to police calls between the hours of 3 a.m. and 7 a.m. due to police shortage.
Are you serious?
They're calling it the purge. Wow. They're calling it the actual purge. And it could potentially be similar to what's depicted in the movies. I mean, that's the super dramatic side of it, but...
Now, have you watched the movies?
I have watched Purge.
Well, I guess it's a TV show, really. Is it? I think it's...
I thought it's a movie.
No, I think it's a TV show. I'm thinking of a different show then where it's like... Oh, wait, what's the show where it's like all crime is legal for a given amount of time?
That is the Purge.
That's a TV show then.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
So that could be really interesting to see how that plays out.
Okay, correction. There is... a variety of Purge movies, The Purge. So I'm thinking of a different show then, and I don't know what it is currently. So
okay.
So if you're interested in looking up these books, they're by Terry Blackstock, Christian author.
Terry.
It's a girl.
Never heard of her. Oh, I thought
Terry's a girl. Okay. Terry Blackstock. It's Last Light, Night Light, Dawn's Light, and then there's another one I can't find. There's 4, and it's something light. But just look up Terry Blackstock. It's the light series. Very interesting. You will live in. You'll have to face some fears that will come forth. But very good books. Very good books. They're Christian based too. They're faith based.
Oh, there we go.
Yes, they're very good.
Very nice. Well, in the meantime, I did figure out that The Purge is a TV show and also has a series of movies. So we were both on the same page there.
So Terry Blackstock is a #1 New York Times bestseller, which I feel like anyone that pops a book out is a New York Times.
I am a New York Times bestseller.
No, you're not.
Yeah.
Cap.
100%. Did you not see my book? I've been plugging it for the past 3 seasons, Randall. Adventures from the 338. Come on. Purchases now at Dang, what's like one bookstore?
Barnes and Noble.
I can't think of any bookstores. Okay, yeah, get your copy at Barnes and Noble.
What's your thoughts, Randall, on legal crime between the hours of 3 and 7?
It doesn't mean it's legal; it just means it's not going to be responded to. Just
correct.
Just to confirm,
crime is not legal as far as I'm concerned. But I feel like it's a trap.
Really?
I feel like they're boosting their patrols between 3 and 7, and they're just telling people otherwise to catch people doing dumb crap.
But, yeah.
But if they said they're not going to reply to phone calls or respond to them, why would people call in the first place?
Yeah.
That kind of defeats the purpose of a trap.
Have you heard of this? There was a scheme, I think, in the late 90s, where there was actually a similar. If my understanding is correctly, there was a similar police shortage, and there was a whole trafficking ring that, and I think it was a drug trafficking. They were trying to pull these guys off the street, but there was a massive shortage, and they were trying to figure out how to pull all these people in, and a lot of trading happened over the Super Bowl.
Okay.
And this was, I believe, in San Francisco. So what they ended up doing is, it was a genius scheme. They, in partnership with the NFL, they had some of the league's commissioners offer free tickets to these people. So they would come out to their homes, and the police had been surveilling them for weeks. And so they knew which people that they were going to essentially incarcerate or arrest. And so through the help of the NFL, they sent out flyers and stuff saying, hey, you've won. We're going to send people to your house, so-and-so. They reached out in phones and all this stuff because it was the NFL, and they had people that were very high up. And it's like, okay, how can this not be real? Roger Goodell could be on my front doorstep. And so what they ended up doing is they had an early screening, I guess, for this, or not necessarily screening, but an early box suite or something for the Super Bowl. And what they did was they sent out invitations or whatever and told them exactly which door to come in and put them through a metal detector, just like you would normally go into the Super Bowl. So they made sure they had no weapons on them and marched them all into this room and said, gotcha, and arrested them all.
That is sneaky.
It was an amazing story.
This sounds a bit far-fetched.
No, it does sound far-fetched, but
100% true.
Shit, I'm going to have to look this
up. Prove it to me. I don't know.
My details are definitely iffy. Twitter? But as far as something like this happening...
Bro, nothing on Twitter is false. Stop.
What?
Twitter is 100% factual. Or X. X is 100%. Twitter is not factual. X is factual, my friends. Also, Randall, I just want to throw this out there. We got to put our survival skills to the test this offseason for sure. Because 100%. It's all the more reason to get in the woods and see how we can live off the land, knock down some squirrels, in fact, see what squirrel tastes like.
Did we bring up the fact that we were challenged by a couple girls that they were gonna outlast us? Did we bring up that on Rabbit Trails?
I don't even know what you're talking about right now.
You didn't bring this up?
No, I've never.
Did I talk to you about this?
Probably not. I'm very confused right now.
Several weeks ago when we released our survival draft.
Yeah, enlighten me.
I got approached by a young female. And she...
How young? Is that your first time?
No.
How young?
Mid-30s.
Oh, okay. We're safe.
No.
We're safe.
No, I think she's 20 couple, whatever. Good friend. She's a good friend.
Okay.
My wife. You know her, too.
Okay.
I'll leave her name out of it just for her embarrassment's sake because she was way out of line. But she said that her and a friend, I forget who her friend was with her, they would outlast me and you in a survival situation.
No way.
100%. Straight up.
That's cap. They do realize,
we're men.
that has nothing to do with it.
Has a little bit something to do with it.
They have the capabilities that we do, but I mean,
she did go on to say that, I was like, okay. I was kind of arguing back and forth with her. I was like, okay, what? Give me one fact that you would outlive it. And she was like, well, you have Chris.
Whoa! Yo, this is not okay. I was on board with. I was on board with hearing out.
You know what it was?
No.
You got me.
They looked at Chris's body mass and said, "Not today."
What are they talking about? I eat. I don't take that much to keep going, so I don't eat that much. Don't eat that much food, and I have energy stored in my body that can last probably hours.
Haven't seen it yet, but okay.
I said hours, dude. Okay, I mean it's not the most regenerative. It doesn't last that long. But here's what I'm saying though. I was totally going to defend anything if you started making it sexist in any way. No. But the problem is that I can't think of a single girl, woman that I know that I wouldn't out survive in a survival situation. That's just because of my friend group. Okay,
Bear Grylls' wife.
I don't know her. I said my friend group. You know what I mean?
Friend group.
I'm sorry, I didn't
and the fact that person used me as a means of us not surviving, I am offended. I'm actually offended.
I think that was the point of her joke.
Do you know how many survival videos I have watched and how badly I've wanted to be in the woods?
So that makes
you expert.
Yeah, this is just garbage, man. I tell you what,
that's the most millennial thing I've ever heard. You know how many videos I've watched? I would be fine.
Give me one stick and 5 minutes and I have you fire. I don't even need 2 sticks to rub together.
That's witchcraft.
I didn't say the tactics. I just said how it would get done. Okay. That's actually crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I was a bit offended, but also found it quite humorous.
You know what the difference is?
What?
We're actually going to get in the woods this summer, and I promise you, whoever said that's probably not going to.
Why don't we?
I promise you, actually, she'll probably spend more time in the woods than we will.
Dang it.
She's kind of like
I need to know who it is.
Yeah.
Why don't we, challenge them?
This is
I don't want to. Jordan, we all know that
I'm
you'd be the narrator.
Yeah, I'm obviously like the guy walking through the woods with the camera.
We're not actually going to try to find out, but the thing is, if like something were to happen where we need to survive, like a serious situation,
let's not be crazy.
When they die first, we can just kind of have a joke.
Prove it. You're dead.
Old zombies got to you.
If they die, you can't rub it in their face, though.
No, but we can just laugh amongst ourselves. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It'll be a running joke then.
Yeah. Well, they won't be running.
They won't be running.
Yeah. We all thought of the exact same stupid joke. Wow, that's offensive.
Literally run into the ground.
Moving on from that.
Yeah, I feel like this has been a very off start to a podcast.
I mean,
no?
I feel like it's just the definition of what we do. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. It's very all over the place.
As usually when we start a season, okay? When we start a season, weeks go by, there's communication, there's talking, but then as we get closer to spring, all of our lives separately get busier.
Just so hectic. And travel's playing into that too, somewhat. Yeah. So it's like... Well, travel's playing into your life. I have not traveled.
So, yeah, it's true. But like, your life gets more hectic, my life gets more hectic, and I travel every now and then. But here's the thing.
Every now and then, he says.
So the problem is that we've gotten better at podcasting in a sense of we can literally show up in the studio and talk for hours if we want to.
Yeah,
if we really want to.
Better, or we've just gotten so comfortable with talking.
No, because here's why I say better. And more comfortable.
Let us know. Have we gotten better at podcasting? I would like to know.
Here's why I say that. If you listen to one of our older episodes,
we were so bad.
We're digging to find words to use. Yeah, to say
what goes with the.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Everything was a struggle, and so it's like talking and all that coming into the studio has just become more natural. So that being said, on top of all of that, we record almost a different date every single week. Like we've found no repetition in it when we record.
A different day of the week.
A different day of the week. Sorry. Yes.
Obviously a different date because week to week dates change. You're an idiot.
Okay. Whatever.
See, I feel like you're still digging for words to say in those very sentences.
I think you, Jordan. I kind of felt that way.
Okay.
All right, you guys want to hear my story now?
Yeah, go
ahead. What's your story?
I did have a story to say. When I was down in Houston, actually.
Boring. Jordan, how are you doing?
Shut up.
Why? Very mutually bored.
What happened? Real quick, what happened? What happened?
Just get to the story.
No, this is a question for everybody. I feel like I'm on behalf of the fans here. What happened to you two?
In where?
A year ago, Jordan was the one traveling all over the creation. We'd sit down. Jordan, how was this? How was that? How was this? We come in here now. He's the cool married guy, and now Chris is all over the place.
I'm following in his footsteps.
What did you do, Jordan?
I left a legacy.
And he's also married now. So you know what? You stay at home.
The old ball and chain, huh?
Old ball and chain.
Jingle, jingle.
No, there's no jingle, jingle.
I'm just saying.
Money has left the chat.
Okay,
well, your priorities changed.
Actually, no, that's...
Your priorities have changed.
I feel like he probably still wants to travel.
Your priorities changed.
Just agree with him, Jordan. Blindly agree with him.
My priorities haven't changed.
Oh, so you're still...
There's just been more obstacles in the way.
Oh.
So your wife? That's the only thing that changed.
Obstacle?
Wait,
no,
what?
No, not at all.
There's some bob and weaving.
I don't like where that was going.
No, I'm just saying, life changes. My priorities are still on the same track. It just happened to be a little mountain in front of this, which is not a bad thing.
All right.
I asked for it.
Yeah. And here's what I'm going to say.
You just call your wife a little mountain?
No, he's the little
beautiful
mountain.
Field of greens.
And he's the mountain.
And I am the mountain.
Jordan is a mountain.
Mount Everest.
You are a mountain.
Yeah.
Very good looking mountain. By the way, you look good. You do look good.
Well, thank you. Appreciate that.
The butt blaster's been doing this thing. Chris, your story.
Okay, just before that story, I had quite a few positive comments
my word.
about the bidet situation on the last episode.
Oh, I actually have something to say about the bidets, too.
Apparently, that episode got a little out of hand. And, yeah.
I think
People
we
liked
did.
it.
I know. I love it. I think we did the best we could of teetering on a very inappropriate topic, but kept it family friendly.
Oh, we kept it as friendly as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, and thanks for you did a great job editing. There was a couple parts that
Yeah, because of you.
Yeah.
And Randall, you guys make this podcast very difficult to edit sometimes.
Don't look at me.
Okay, don't act like you're not a potty mouth sometimes.
Look, no,
Potty.
stop.
Potty.
That was reaching, but look, I'm not the reason that this podcast is hard to edit. I'm here, I'm an extra voice, and y'all are here, and you can make it difficult sometimes. So I'm just throwing that out there. In fact, I forgot to say before the episode, let's keep this thing as PG as possible, friends, okay?
Okay.
I feel like we always keep it PG as possible.
So that being said, I do have something to say about the bidets.
We can talk whatever we'd like. It's your job.
But
to make us sound good.
It's that attitude that makes my job hard. You know what I mean?
But we're the reason you have it.
So, I'm sorry, Chris.
Thank you. Thank you, Randall.
Yeah.
Thank you, Randall. You know what? I could release stuff, a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
I could make a long compilation of YouTube being, well, you two. So just saying.
Is that a new podcast idea?
No.
No, it's not.
It's just called YouTube being YouTube.
Yeah. No. Look,
Chris,
dang, now I got the bidet and the other
something?
story. I'll start with the other story. We can maybe circle back to bidets or just leave it out completely. But, you know what? No, sorry.
Do you know that there are some people that didn't know what a bidet is?
I mean, to be fair, I learned a lot about bidets.
I actually am not that shocked that a lot of people didn't know what a bidet is.
Like, we didn't have any bidet talk in our show notes, and we actually didn't have anything in our show notes.
But yet it covered 33 minutes of our show.
Yeah.
It did cover quite a bit. But I learned a lot about bidets, but here's what I want to say. My girlfriend told me she works at a house.
With a bidet?
With a bidet.
Has she tried it?
And she
take it for a quick
confirmed
test
the
run?
fact that there are settings for each
used
person.
a bidet.
No, there are settings for each person in that house.
Use a bidet.
Are you hearing what I'm saying even?
Oh, so you said no? Sorry, I'm choosing.
Yeah, actually, she didn't tell me. She might. She
Whoa.
might. She might. I didn't hear if she did or not. I don't.
Good for her.
I can't remember. But no, she confirmed that there are settings for each individual
That's just
person in the
very
house.
weird. That's
You
just
know?
very weird.
You go, you sit on the thing. It's
very,
like Anthony,
very-
sit on that.
Whoa, hey.
chilling. Next one, it's like Barney, out in desert.
But it makes sense because if you want your car clean,
Yeah.
you wash it with water. You don't just wipe it down with a rag.
You like it a certain way.
Yeah, exactly.
Actually, that was a good analogy.
Waxed and pristine.
Randall, that was a pretty good analogy.
Yeah.
When would you go up and dry clean your car? You do that with
I've
your
done
suit
it.
coats and stuff. You
No,
know what I
I've-
mean?
All I could think of in that moment was the Backstreet Boys. I don't want it that way.
I want to.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I can't listen to that song anymore.
Really?
Yeah.
Why? What ruined
I
it?
can't talk about it. Can't talk about it.
Okay. Did someone die?
Well, somebody
Oh, did someone?
opened my eyes to like there's like like something that they're referring to in the song is completely different than any.
Oh, is it?
I can't talk about it. Okay, we're moving on. Chris. What
Okay.
So,
okay.
so kind of like my
Chris,
wife.
no.
Didn't know the reference to a Luke Bryan song.
Probably.
Yep.
What Luke Bryan song?
Knocking boots.
No, that's when you come in the house. You click your heels together and get the mud off your
I always do a heel click when I enter the house.
Literally 100%.
If you don't, then I don't know what you're doing.
That's what.
Honey,
she
where are
thought.
your boots? Gotta knock them.
Yeah, just you get a little.
Literally, that's every time
then-
I come in the house.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, anyways,
Gotta knock them boots.
well, maybe.
What do you mean? What's with that song? Is there
Are we
something about
actually
that
going to
song?
talk about this now? Guys, I don't even know if whatever he talks about is going to even make it into the show now.
You're putting me in a really awkward position here.
I didn't know that there was anything. I didn't know that there was a secret meaning behind knocking boots.
You missed a prime opportunity for that's what she said. But
I was thinking about it, but I
I didn't know there was a double meaning.
okay.
Uh huh.
Okay. Well, to be fair, Randall, you actually do. I don't. Still don't want to know what it is.
Is it pretty much like every Flow Rider song ever meaning something else?
Pretty much.
I mean, it's the same thing.
We're there, 100%.
It's no different than like I think it was DNC. Whoever sings Cake by the Ocean. Yeah. You know, I thought they're just eating a freaking 7-layered cake by the ocean.
Watermelon sugar.
Oh, but no, we're not eating wedding cakes at the ocean. Oh no.
Yeah,
it's got to be stupid and perverted.
Flow Rider ain't ref in a basketball game when he's talking about whistles either.
No,
nothing to do with sports.
And Jason Derulo, wiggle, wiggle, like
nothing.
I thought we're just talking about losing weight. You know, you try to wiggle around.
That's good.
You know,
I want it that way. Backstreet Boys, think about it. We're moving on.
Okay,
Chris,
my story. Okay, so I'm traveling down in Houston, and you okay? I'm traveling down to Houston, everybody, and I went to see a Rockets game. That's not really important in this matter. I get out of the airport.
Wait, at any time did you go to Boston?
No, I haven't. Why?
I just wondering.
Okay. No, I haven't been to Boston yet.
Did you
go to Dallas? Did you go down to Dallas?
I've been to Dallas before in my life.
Any chance you got some?
Not positive, actually.
Did you make it over to Raleigh?
Boston?
No, we just stayed in Houston.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I get it. That's all right.
You didn't make your way up to Tennessee?
I literally didn't even know what you guys were like. I thought you just asked me where I've been before, and then it clicked, and I realized I hate you.
You haven't made your way up to Tennessee yet?
You drive up there in tag team?
So I was in Houston, and I'm getting out of the airport, okay?
Never made it to Dallas.
No. I'm getting out of the airport. My father and I, actually.
Did you get alcohol?
My dad and I. We're going to go to our Airbnb.
You going to Boston this fall?
And... Are you done?
I'm done.
You're not done, are you?
No, I'm not.
Okay, we get out of the airport for the fourth time.
If you don't listen to country music.
Golly. And we're in an area, which, shout out to Houston. I don't feel like a lot of airports have done this. Maybe they haven't. I haven't been. Oh, my gosh.
Okay, I'm done. I promise. Done! I'm done!
It's on the way back from Austin.
I have a feeling you're not done yet. So.
Okay, Chris, continue.
Are you actually done?
I've removed myself from the chat.
Okay. Jordan, are you done? I'm just going to keep telling my story, and I'm literally not even going to stop you if you interrupt me. So we get out of the airport, and shout out to Houston because they have a nice area where you can be picked up strictly for Uber, for Lyft, for taxis. So it's a designated area strictly for mobile device like apps that you can pick up. That way you're not like where all the buses go, all that garbage. And this Uber driver pulls up, and the lady right away flags him down. You know, you recognize your car, and he's like, I see him give him a little wave from the inside of the car. Pulls up. He's probably doing about 5 miles per hour. And he like stomps on the brakes, stops the car, opens up the door, starts walking towards this lady out to the side, and his car starts going. And he's out of the car at this point. He's 100% removed from the vehicle at this point. And then, there's probably like 35 people, 45 people around in this little area. Everyone starts shrieking. And also, there was like concrete posts lined from between the sidewalk and the driveway where cars are coming through. So, you know, there's a little like area, and they're spaced at like 5 feet. And his car was headed right for one. But there was a person walking at the same time who didn't see it, right in between. So this person actually just snuck through in the blink of time, but also the guy got back just in time, and I want to say he was probably within 5 inches of hitting this post. Like, it rolled quite a distance before and he had to quick open up his door and jump back in and hit the brakes. And this all happened in a span of about 13 to 15 seconds, somewhere in there. So his car was rolling for a little bit of time before. I was like, everyone's just screaming, going crazy, when no one's saying like, hey, dude, your freaking car is rolling on you. And so anyways, he avoided a little bit of damage cost and also hurting someone, which would have probably been...
That would have been unfortunate.
Pretty rough. Yeah. And this all happened about 25 feet away from me. So I got a front row seat from it all.
You stood there and did nothing.
No, there was definitely people like in front of me too that were like very, very vividly motioning to him what was going on and getting his attention. So he turned around and caught it in time, which is good.
So was that a newer vehicle, older vehicle? What?
I want to say it was like a 2017 Mazda that was like.
There's your issue.
It was like it's like a family vehicle. You know what I mean? Like one of those.
Yeah, probably got that in
chunky ones. Yeah, I mean, shut up, Jordan. And. I mean, it would have cost himself some damage. It had some significant damage costs for sure, but everyone was safe. Everyone was okay. And then an hour later, we finally got our Uber. It took freaking forever to come, but
that actually did happen to me one time. I had a vehicle that was manual, and I was messing around in the car for a while at a audio store, getting ready to install a couple new speakers in the back.
Nice.
And I'm not sure, it was on a slight grade, and I guess I had it in first gear, but I failed to, I guess, lock the parking brake, and somehow it popped. Yeah. And so I'm walking in the store, and the guy's like, "Your car's rolling." I'm like, "Thanks, man." I literally thought he's like, "Nice car." I was like, "That's what I thought."
And he's like, "No, your car is rolling."
Yeah, that's what he said. He's like, "No, your car's rolling." I looked around, and the car's just rolling. I'm like, "Oh, shoot." So I ran after it, and he did too. He jumped on the back of it, or jumped and started pushing the back of it. And then I quickly jumped in. And yeah, I caught it right before it went into a ditch.
Sketch.
Nice.
So yeah, I can relate mildly.
I feel like it makes more sense with a manual though. Like this was an automatic this guy was driving. And if that's just literally forgetting to put your car out of drive, like put it in neutral, put in anything other than drive. So not reverse, that's just as bad. What's wrong, Randall?
Made me think of a story.
Oh, lay it out. Stories usually lead to stories.
I've told you this before though. I've 100% told this story on the podcast.
Well, you can give it a quick rundown.
It was like my dad's uncle. Like, they used to sneak up to a church and push cars around at night.
No.
I've told you this. 100%.
I have not heard this.
If in real life, I don't know if I've heard this before. I don't know.
Really?
Give it a go. Give it a go.
I'll tell it. Maybe.
If not, we need a refresher.
All right. Okay, well, here's a refresher. I'm pretty sure I've told the story, but this guy, him and his buddies, they used to go up to the local At Sunday nights, they would, of course, they were in church. Wink, wink.
Sure. Okay.
But they would go up to the local little white church in the village.
Nice.
And, of course, everybody back in the 70s, 80s, their cars, all of them were manuals, majority of them. And, of course, there was no thought of locking your car. Right?
100%, yeah.
There's no car thieves.
There are no bad people in the area.
Exactly.
No, not one.
Small town, whatever. So they would go at night, obviously, and they would, a group of couple, 3, 4 of them, strapping young lads, they would go up, grab this car, guy jump in, pop into neutral, push the clutch, push it down around over here, take that car, push it back up to here, park it in this spot, and they would just move cars all over the parking spot. They would move cars.
So it's like Tetris with vehicles.
Yeah, they would move cars all around, and then they would go and hike back up in the woods and sit there and just watch what happened. Said church.
This sounds like so much fun, dude.
Come out and they said this old couple would walk over like, Loris, I swear I parked my car right here. Ernie, you're losing it. Your car's parked up there. Leroy, why is your car over here? Like they said, it was the biggest chaotic mess. It was just
that is amazing.
They said they would get the biggest kick out of it.
So they just sit up there and could watch everything take place.
They would just sit up there and die laughing. He said for an hour.
Oh, that is awesome.
While these old people tried to find their cars.
Unbelievable.
Yeah,
I love that story.
That's pretty legendary.
That's some good roughhousing as a kid. Like
that's good, clean fun.
It is, as long as people like are okay with you being in their vehicles.
I know, yeah.
And it is that way until like
that was back when it was just wholesome.
Modern day though, you don't mess with people's vehicles.
Oh no.
Oh no, you see like videos of people intentionally taking stones and scratching vehicles up.
I mean, long are the days of keying cars.
Yeah, we had a friend one time at work, and he it was probably a bomb, but it was like a 1500 Chevy. Like a 01, just like very. Maybe it was like an 04. But
it's seen been through things.
Yeah, it's seen some stuff, but like the bumper, of course, Chevy bumpers always rust just right. So, and it was like his run and gun, deer gutting, duck hunting, coyote chasing,
killing machine.
Exactly. And so he just was going on a vacation, little trip. He had it set up the local weld shop where they were just going to take a 6-inch piece of angle iron and just weld it on the back, take the bumper off, weld it on the back with the hitch, whatever.
That seems DOT approved.
Looks just absolutely like garbage, but gets the job done, right? And he has been known to back over deer before and kill them backing up. Just don't ask why.
Mailboxes.
No, he did it on purpose. And so he did it secretly. He didn't want everybody to know it, but we found out about it. So we took his truck and picked it up for him.
Okay.
We went to the weld shop. Like, yeah, I don't know if he told you not, but we were going to take it. He doesn't want to sit here all week, so we're going to take it back to his place. We pulled it in at work and painted the bumper bright pink.
Nice.
Like incredibly bright pink.
What you want.
For like 3 years, everybody knew him as, oh, you're the guy that has the pink bumper.
Wow.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
Oh, that's all. You guys had a history.
That's wholesome good comedy right there.
Yeah, it's good, clean humor.
You guys had a history of messing with people's vehicles.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't you guys fill one vehicle up with like beads or something or balloons? What was that?
No.
Oh, packing peanuts.
We've done packing peanuts. That's a mess. One of the classics.
Oh, you're getting soft.
Yeah, one of the classics was we had a guy pull in and we liked him. He wasn't necessarily whatever, but we were sorting like produce and onions and potatoes, whatever, where I worked. Actually, my boss, aka my father, the guy went inside real quick to do something or pay for something, whatever. He just grabbed a pack of onions, just threw them underneath the driver's side seat. Just threw it there. Yeah, he didn't find them till about 2 months later.
No way.
He said his truck stunk so bad he went to see about trading it in. He didn't know what was wrong with it. He couldn't figure out what was wrong.
He never looked under the driver's side
seat? I guess he never looked underneath his seat. But he said he said a hot days my truck stunk so bad I could hardly drive it.
Oh my goodness. Did your father feel slightly bad?
Not at all.
Oh my goodness. On hot days?
Yeah.
That's nasty.
Yeah.
I know someone nasty.
I know someone that had milk spilled across their trunk.
Yeah.
And on hot days, that is a mess. That is a brutal mess to have.
Does it like curdle and get hard and stuff?
Oh, it smells.
Milk is nasty.
It's violent.
Wow.
I did have a very interesting scenario this week with a vehicle on the side of the road. My wife and I were coming home from church.
Did you steal it?
Was it a cop?
No, there should have been cops there, but there was a white Cadillac perpendicular to this exit ramp coming from a definitely more populated area.
Okay.
About 10 minutes from my house. And we live in a nicer area, but there's, just like any place, there's certain sections that definitely aren't quite as nice.
Yeah.
And so this was coming from one of those areas. And so we noticed this Cadillac had slid off, or slid or pushed off the road and was perpendicular to the road.
Okay.
And
was this a Carrie Underwood song?
This was not, because Jesus would have taken the wheel in this story.
All right. That's all I was thinking of, but okay.
So, actually,
how did we get from Carrie Underwood to Toby Mac?
You know what? Black Cadillac. It was not a black one. There was probably a black one involved.
All right, gotcha.
This was a white Cadillac. So we get closer, and I'm like, what is wrong with the door? I'm like looking. There's no one in the vehicle. The door's open. There's like the lights are kind of half busted, and there's like some other vehicles stopped around, and there's like people like, it was just it was a very odd situation. We get closer. I tell my wife, I'm like, those are not just scratches in the door. Those are bullet holes.
Wow.
Whoa.
And I was like, okay, so
cool.
what's happening here? And at first I was like, I'm like, those look like bullet holes. And then I was still second guessing myself. They were
because you don't want to be that guy.
You don't want to be that guy. And they were right through the side of the door. So I'm like, oh, I'm not quite sure. So anyway, we drove past the car. I throw my head over my shoulder. And in the exact same pattern that we saw them on the other side of the car, they were coming out the passenger door.
Maybe it was just like a movie. Maybe they were shooting a movie there.
Yeah, I really doubt it. It was kind of a main
effects.
area right there.
Right.
That would be a very low budget movie in my opinion.
Hey, you know what?
But so that was a fascinating.
It's kind of sketchy though.
Fascinating scene. It was very sketchy.
So you almost. I wonder how far removed you were from witnessing it.
Well, that was the thing. Probably less than 5 minutes.
Whoa. Wow. Okay. I thought we were talking in time.
There was no people there talking with each other. It was just an odd scene. Like there were some people out and they were kind of like peering and stuff. But I'm pretty sure it just happened and someone took off.
Wow. Nice.
That's literally it's like a shoot and run, not a hit and run. But yeah.
Yeah, literally. I couldn't see anyone in the driver's seat or anything. So it was.
Wow. They're dead.
Whoa.
They're probably. I mean, hey.
T's and P's.
T's and P's. Yeah. Well, if we're talking about human harm, though, I almost witnessed a killing.
Whoa. Jay, what are we doing?
Not really.
This is not acceptable, guys.
No, this is actually pretty funny. This is pretty funny.
Okay, if it's funny, it's okay.
I did. Before that killing, I did see Chris kill a roast beef sandwich today.
Bro.
And it had lettuce on it.
Really?
It didn't have tomato, did it? You didn't get tomato for me,
did you?
Have
tomato.
Yeah, but the lettuce and cheddar. Lettuce, beef, and cheddar?
If you get me, I'm never going to order it, but if you ever order together, you order it for me. I will.
Okay. We do need to bring more food onto the show sometime.
Yeah. Next time.
Maybe next epi. Who knows? We'll see. I will say, actually, let me get into my story and then we can continue food talk and wrap this thing up here. But I was over. You're gonna judge me again because he's traveling, whatever. But I was out just outside the old town with my cousins in Morocco. Gosh. Okay, in Tangier? Question mark? Yes. Yeah, in Tangier, in the city of Tangier.
Tanzania?
Close. Country of Tangier?
No. Tangier is a city in Morocco, which is where we were. We were just outside the old town, which, if you don't know what the old town is, I'm not going to explain it. And
is it similar to the new town?
It is. It's a little bit older than the new town, yeah. Okay. And we're walking around this area, and there's this is a fairly not nice or sizable, but a smaller area where it's grassy, and there's a bunch of kids playing soccer. And by kids, I'm thinking 10 to 15-year-olds, probably 14-year-olds, maybe somewhere in that range. So they're smaller, but they're cute. They got their soccer ball. They're kicking it around. They don't have real nets, but they got, like sticks as goalposts and their shoes and stuff. But they're all around. They're just having fun. It was just a cute little scene. And I'm with my cousins and stuff. And we just passed like 6 people like urinating publicly. So it was fine. It was good to see some like wholesome content. You know what I mean?
There it is.
So
that's wholesome.
So here's what happened, okay?
Nice.
This one kid got bodied or tackled in football or soccer, they say. So he got tackled, which really, the guy slid into his ankles. And
not a tackle.
It was a little bit illegal, But this other kid who got tackled, he got angry, okay? We're talking like some rage. He goes up to the kid and just throws his body into him and it throws him to the ground.
So he meant business.
Oh, he meant business. These kids were going at it, okay? And there's probably 8 to 10 kids overall. It's almost, nice. I think it's probably 5 aside. And then this kid, who was a bigger kid, by the way, who just got knocked to the ground, picks up the nearby rock. And by rock, I don't mean a small rock. I mean, this thing probably was like a 4-pound rock.
Like half a boulder.
He picked it up with both hands.
Oh my.
And he chucked it with everything he had at this kid, getting momentum to chuck it at this kid. And he chucks it at him and he missed him. By not that much. Straight up. He chucked this rock at him.
So a stoning.
Yeah, pretty much. And then this other kid picked up a rock and threw a rock back at him. And then everyone quick gathered around and split those 2 kids up, and they were all angry. They probably resumed 5 minutes later and made up and were best friends. Yeah, but it was kind of funny to watch. Even people walking past, some of the locals, they were laughing at these kids. And I was like, granted, that was a pretty freaking big rock. If that made contact to the head, I could have seen a kid bleed out potentially, because that was I don't know. It was a sizable rock.
That probably would have been another day in paradise.
And actually, there's probably some of the people listening to this right now that were there in that moment too, and they can probably confirm it was a funny moment. But I was also if that hit him, that would have been very not funny. Not funny at all.
It goes from a very serious to a very, very serious moment.
But yeah, and looking back, you could probably think of a moment with Trenton or something where you got just a little bit out of control, where you did something that was probably not too necessary, shoot him with a BB gun or...
Nope, never shot him with a BB gun.
Oh, really?
No.
Oh, you haven't
Have you ever gotten shot with a BB gun?
100%.
Yeah.
I used to hang out with you guys when I was a kid. It's like a rite of passage to come to the Martin house.
Yeah, there was an initiation period where you had to get shot with an actual BB gun, like a Red Ryder.
Sure.
With a steel BB.
Oh, yeah.
I still remember where I got hit on the back of my arm. Oh, my goodness.
Sting?
Yeah. You figure for a few foot drop per every 20 feet, I think, and you're good to go.
Start hucking around.
Bro, we've talked about this, but we were snipers with those Red Riders.
Bro.
Gosh.
Bro.
Anyways, that's enough of story time with Chris. That's about all I got for today's episode.
I have a real quick, boring little game.
Okay, go for it.
Play real quick
let's wrap it up with a little game.
Right?
Absolutely.
Okay, something I thought of. Chris, I am leaving. Right as soon as we get out of here, I have a volleyball game. I have a league.
Good luck to your game tonight, by the way.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
T's and P's.
T's and P's to who?
Your body.
To everyone that you're
Thank you. Appreciate that.
No, to everyone that you're playing.
Oh, yeah. Yep. To the opponents tonight.
Appreciate that.
Thanks for trying.
You're also heading out to a basketball game, correct?
Gonna go cut it up on the court.
Okay, so I have a gym bag in my car, and I thought it would be cool if you two guys, how confident are you? I would need you to guess 10 things in my gym bag.
Okay.
Do you think you can guess 10 things?
This sounds fun.
You can guess 10 things in 12 tries, or do you need more than 12 tries to guess 10 things?
And if this goes by quick, no, give us 10 tries. No, give it 12. Give us 12.
12 to guess. Yeah. 12 to guess 10 things. 12 to guess 10.
So we have 2 incompletions.
Okay, they won't necessarily. I just updated gym bags recently, so I will also include things that are normally in there that may not be in current.
Okay.
So
if we get through quick enough, you can guess 5 things in mine if you want to, as a little bonus. But here we go. I'm going to start off. First of all,
Jordan, you are helping him, by the way. Did you catch that?
Apparently, he did.
I'm writing it down. So we have 12 tries.
Yes. To get 10.
Okay.
We just need a top 10 list. I'm going to start off. And first of all, you are playing volleyball, correct?
I am playing volleyball.
We're working together on
but
this.
But 90% of this will be in most people's gym bags.
Okay, let's just keep it moving quickly here. Tennis shoes.
Tennis shoes, correct. That's very
there
easy,
we go.
First one.
And back to back. See, I don't know how specific you want me to be. I'm going to say ibuprofen, even though Tylenol could be there. Like pills. Can I just say pills?
I will accept Advil, Tylenol.
Okay, any one of those.
Any one of those. Yes, correct.
Okay, all right. We have
obviously.
Yeah. Okay. And
I did Advil/pills.
Do you have one to say right now, Jordan? Because I could keep going, but
you keep going. I have a couple in mind. Well, I'm one of the main ones that would be in mine because like after the gym, sometimes I'll shower. It's deodorant.
Ooh,
very good. Deodorant is always in my bag.
Yeah, I like that.
That is, by the way, that may be a sleeper some people, but that is a game changer. Even if you can't change or shower. Correct. A couple swabs of deodorant.
Yep. At least make yourself presentable to be with.
It makes you feel
people.
better too, especially if you're swinging and grabbing supper on the way home, just popping into Chipotle. Yeah. You're a little more presentable.
Okay,
good job. You guys are 3 for 3.
I'm going to say next sports tape.
Sports tape.
Yeah,
correct.
Let's go.
Currently have some on my finger.
Yeah, I was gonna actually ask you earlier in the podcast about your finger.
Yeah, I cut that today. I was actually hurt. Like a very bad word. I said ow.
I said ow.
In a very Christian way.
Yeah. And then I looked at my boss and said, workman's comp coming right up.
Aren't you your own boss?
Yeah.
Okay. So you were in the mirror.
I was in the mirror. I was funny. Mad that we didn't have a first aid kit.
All right, we got 4. Jordan, you can keep it moving right now. I just said the last one.
Well, see, I don't want to screw up because, I mean, I could be wrong, but, I mean, I guess...
Yeah, we have 2 incorrections. We have 2 options to be incorrect.
The next one I guess I thought of was like a brace, like elbow brace, knee brace.
I do. I have a knee brace and a ankle brace in my bag.
Now, I'm going to say the obvious here, even though I feel like this could be like stupid in a way, but I'm going to say it anyways. A volleyball.
Yep, volleyball.
Okay, didn't know because I play basketball a lot, but I don't actually keep one in my bag. It's
usually you have one around sometimes.
Yeah, it's usually just in my car though, but I would count that though too because it usually ends up in my bag.
Jordan, you want to read off the list we have so far?
Tennis shoes, Advil/pills/drugs, deodorant.
There's so many slashes to that.
Sports tape, knee brace/ankle, and a volleyball.
Okay, we have how many more do we have?
We're
halfway.
4 more.
4 more.
Sorry,
over halfway.
Over halfway. I just said volleyball, Jordan. What do you have next? I'm low key running a little dry right now. I gotta start thinking now.
Now these last 4 will be the more difficult, obviously.
Yeah, let me.
My next one would probably be a pair of socks.
Correct. I always carry an extra pair of socks.
Nice.
Always carry an extra pair of socks.
Huh. Now we're getting to the.
I know.
Meat and
I have another one. If you
go for it.
Water bottle.
Water bottle. Always have to have a water bottle.
You have to have a water bottle.
That's so easy. I feel like that should have been one of the first ones.
That's a clutch one. I can't believe I'm running out of. I'm trying to think of what's actually in mine.
I can keep going.
A massage gun.
Massage gun is one of them.
Let's go.
Massage gun or roller. Yeah.
Yeah, I was actually going to say roller because I have one of those in my bag.
Roller too. Yeah.
Okay. Nice. We only need one more.
One more. You guys are absolutely crushing it.
All right, Jordan.
To be fair, I have a big gym bag.
Okay, fair play.
There's a lot of guys that show up to the gym with a basketball and shoes. That's all.
I think this is too easy, but gym shorts.
I don't. I do not carry an extra pair of my.
No extra shorts.
No.
So you're rocking these Pink Panthers?
Yeah, Pink Panthers.
Okay, well I'm gonna take the top then and just say an extra
Can't
shirt.
screw this up.
Extra shirt. I don't. I do not.
Okay, so he only carries extra socks. So we have one chance to get the last one.
Okay, can I clarify? Okay, those are like gray areas. If I'm going to a tournament where I'm there all day, this is just strictly going to the gym one time.
100%.
Like for a night. Yeah. If I go to a tournament, I'll often throw in an extra t-shirt or shorts.
Maybe a towel?
See, I have a towel in mine.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, towel's a good option because, you get a little sweaty. You go over there, you don't, that's like, you don't want to go to the bathroom and use paper towels or something.
So is this a gym bag for a game or just for a gym?
I use it for everything.
But mainly league, like volleyball league.
Mainly for league or...
Okay, because if this was a gym bag, like truly, I would go AirPods. I mean, that has to be...
No, well,
it's not like, don't think along like I'm going to pump iron. That would be Jordan, misleading.
I'm thinking towel.
I like where your mind's at.
I'm thinking towel.
I think so too.
I use the towel in mine often, and it gets washed often too. So, final answer:
towel.
A towel.
I'm going to give it to you.
Okay.
It's not really a towel, but it's like a oversized washcloth.
Okay, which something you wipe your sweat with.
So like a hand towel.
What would you do with that towel?
Sometimes.
Or what would you do with that?
It hasn't been in there recently, but I have had it in there before.
Okay.
What would you do with that oversized?
Wipe sweat off my brow.
So you're using it as a towel.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why he gave it to us. Randall, what are some things that we missed that you
One thing that I feel like is very obvious, some snacks, maybe a granola bar here or there.
Interesting. See, I would think of that for Tourney Day, but like a one night stand kind of thing.
There's always snacks in my bag. One night what?
Like a one night volleyball stand. You know what I mean? It's a volleyball thing. It's volleyball terminology, guys. I know my stuff.
The biggest one that came to my head right away is snacks. And
Dang, I should have thought of that.
Yeah. You guys did athletic tape, correct?
I did sports tapes.
Correct. That was number 4.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's about it. There's other little things I throw in randomly here and there, like a phone charger. Sometimes I always just keep
no AirPods.
There. Sometimes, very rarely.
Like you're talking with other people.
Even
and
when
stuff,
I go to a tournament, dude, I'm a social dude. Like I'm carrying it. A lot of times, one thing I usually carry a pack of. I used to a lot of like pre-workout or like a vitamin drink.
Okay.
Is going to be in there a lot of times.
See, I was going to say that, but I was like, that's just what I do that. But I was like, that's kind of a risky one. So, okay.
Make sure if you ever use your gym bag to transport firearms, you make sure all of the ammo is out. I had that mistake.
You tried to go through an airport
but
with
you still got it through, didn't
you?
No, there is a handful of 45-70 shells in an airport bathroom stall trash can somewhere.
Okay.
Not going to disclose where, but I had to disclose. I was getting ready to go through security. I'm like, crap, what are we doing? I'm like freaking out to my buddy, and he's like, just go to the bathroom and pitch him. I'm like, well, what if they find him? Then they're going to go through security cameras. And my mind started going just racing, right? And I'm like, hold up, wait a minute, you're overthinking it. By the time they find him, you're going to be long gone. So I went in the bathroom, did my business, washed my hands, paper towel, whoop.
Chucked a box of ammo in the trash.
It was just a couple rounds.
Okay.
Did you wipe them down? No fingerprints?
That's hilarious.
Good idea. But I had them wrapped in a towel, wet towel, though.
Yeah, you're covered. You're covered.
Destroy the evidence.
That's fine. Could you guys collectively quickly name 3 things that were not on Randall's list that would be in mine? That it would be in my sports bag. These are not that difficult.
A hospital frequent flyer card.
Why? That's my replacement. I don't carry pills in mine, but I do have that.
You would have earbuds or headphones.
I actually don't. Really? No. Really? Even on tournaments, like I never did. I don't know why. I probably would have if I thought of it, but I tried to just think of the necessities, I guess.
Is there something that comes to mind right away that like?
Well, okay. It's like we play different sports, so that's part of it.
So basketball.
Another one I thought of. I always carry is a whistle. I don't know why, but I've always had a whistle.
Yeah, I never owned a whistle.
In case I have to ref anything.
Okay, smart. No, if you guys can guess, I'll just say a few that are
first aid
different.
kit.
No, I don't have a first aid kit. I just carry like sports tape though, like you do.
Yeah.
My 3 that would be different, and it's kind of sport depending. I do have a mouth guard, even though I very rarely wear it.
I actually like that. I like that one, yeah.
It's usually just because if I experience an injury, then I'll continue to wear it for the rest of the night, but I won't until I have the injury, which is kind of dumb.
Sure.
But like that's kind of my theory on it.
I got one. What is elbow sleeve?
Yeah.
Got him.
I got an elbow sleeve in there, and I also do have an extra shirt. You said you don't. I always carry an extra shirt with me no matter what. I also sweat a lot.
You also are a sweaty boy.
Well, if I would go play volleyball, I wouldn't, but I sweat a lot when I play basketball.
Yep.
So,
Fair.
And the only other thing I could think of was, dang it, what was it? I had it on the tip of my tongue. Extra socks.
Your vibrator?
For like massaging your muscles.
I do have that.
That one.
I do have that, but that was also on your list. So I was like, things that were different from your list.
That's on a lot of Jordan's list.
Oh,
can't live without him.
I do have a headband, that's something. But I never wear it. It's just always been in my bag, but I never wear it. My hair's never gotten long enough. So
you ever wear one of those basketball masks, like so they don't get their head poked in?
You realize that's because like they had like a facial, like a fracture, right? Like something on their face, they fractured, like a nose problem or something. That's not for looks, if that's what you're wondering.
Well, I knew that. They look really dumb.
Yeah. Okay. Also, like if you're talking about a softball bag too, like it's a whole different. Obviously, bats,
sport to sport, it's
gloves.
It really is different.
Batting gloves, eyeshadow.
Good game though, Randall. Actually, it was a great game, especially since like at
I thought about doing this sweet intro. I had it all in my head. Can I run it through with this?
Yeah.
It's time to play What is in Randall's Bag? But it just sounded weird in my head.
It's like what type of bag are we talking about?
I like the energy though.
See, I didn't know like
I would have probably taken that to different levels than that. But no, I was at a church here when I was on the worship team, and the guy came in. He's like, "Hey, team building activity. Everyone named 3 things in their car. That's all is in there, and try to be unique." And so
motor
I heard
oil,
some interesting
transmission
things.
fluid, and blinker fluid.
Body.
body bag.
There's always a body in the trunk.
Duct tape and gasoline.
Goodness gracious.
Good.
Nonetheless, Randall, good game to end it on. I appreciate that from you. That was a good little ending there.
What are the 3 things in your car? Go, quick.
The things I did say were napkins and... Dang it, napkins, ketchup.
Chick-fil-A sauce.
No, it was napkins and Chick-fil-A sauce and I did say basketball, but I also said air freshener on a different one. So that's mine.
Randall, 3 things in your vehicle.
3 things in my vehicle: body bag, and a gun.
Love it. Jordan, what are yours?
I have gun, and I think I've got a pack of Chick-fil-A sauce, and I have a lint roller.
Okay.
All right.
Yep. Never know when you need to roll some lint.
I like the lint roller. And you also have a Buffalo Wild Wings menu in your car.
I do. I have numerous menus in the back seat of my vehicle for in-flight entertainment.
Yeah, and I respect that from you. That's a banging ending. Randall, what did you learn from today's show?
I learned that, Lord willing, Chris will make it home safely from his trip, and he'll be home for more than 2 weeks.
I can confirm I will be.
Hey, I'm excited. I'm actually excited to have you around more.
Hey, Chris, what did you learn today?
I learned that...
Gotcha. He was going to attack me, and I wasn't ready, so I pushed it on him.
Okay.
All right. Chris, what did you learn?
What did I learn today? I learned that... I learned that I enjoy when this podcast isn't always scripted or scheduled. You know what I mean? Because we ended up having some interesting conversations. Yeah. That's what I learned. Jordan, what did you learn today?
I learned that a girl could survive longer than you, and I think it's something you should own up to.
In what?
Survival.
We need that.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
She could probably outlast you. Well, I don't know if she... to be determined.
Okay. Strongly disagree with that, but we will end it on that. Thank you for tuning in to episode 100.
Tune in next week to find out whether me and Chris won our collective games.
Yes. We will probably forget to mention that.
100%
because I got some traveling to do in the meantime. But thank you for tuning in.
We love you guys.
And thank you again.
We love you so much.
Thank you again to everyone. We actually had an order roll in during the podcast. We're just rolling in the orders. So thank you for buying the merch. It's always appreciated. Take care, everyone. Have a good week. We'll be back here next week for episode 113. Until then, we'll see you later.
Survival!
See you, friends!